Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to talk today about something that's been bugging me, and I've actually paused this week's main video because I did want to discuss this topic. So, I've been playing through Metroid Prime Remastered, as you know. I did a video last week on that. However, I did want to talk about it versus The Last of Us Part 1. And I suppose I want to talk primarily about the issue I've been having with The Last of Us Part 1 for so long. I personally always believed that this was still a remaster in my eyes. I never believed it to be a remake, even though it's flagged and marketed as a remake. There's been plenty of gaming discourse about this for quite some time. And I still hold the position that, for argument's sake, Naughty Dog should not be charging people €70 for this remake, let's say. And I don't believe fundamentally it is, even though we keep hearing the slogans that it's built from the ground up, da-da-da-da-da. If I was to functionally compare The Last of Us Remastered versus Part 1, okay, they're essentially the same game to me. Albeit, yes, Part 1 does look much, much nicer than the remaster, but the remaster itself, the PS4 one I'm talking about, still holds up really, really well. It still plays on 4K resolution, I believe, upscaled at 60 FPS. So if I was fundamentally going to recommend one to the other to a person, I'd honestly say you're wasting your money if you're going to be spending €70 on this. But again, that's for you to decide whether or not you want to spend €70. I actually think The Last of Us Part 1 is excellent marketing tool off the basis of the TV show coming out at the same time. And I really believe that's the reason why Part 1 was made, because the show was coming out and it was going to introduce people to the game, a new audience to the game. And that's fair enough. However, it still bugs me that it got a price tag of €70. It didn't deserve that cost. Absolutely not. I think a €40 to €50 maximum cost against Part 1 would have been a more fair price mark, I think. Now, what's interesting to me is Nintendo obviously recently just stealth dropped the Metroid Prime Remaster. And comparatively speaking, when you look at both games, think about it. What are they selling you in The Last of Us Part 1? You keep hearing this built from the ground up scenario, but in reality, what does that actually mean? So you have better graphics, you have new textures, you have all new textures, you have reworked audio, and you have controls. Okay, they're to me are the leading features of The Last of Us Part 1 versus the remaster. So now that I look at that, and I look at Metroid Prime Remaster, the same things apply to Metroid Prime Remaster. Metroid Prime Remaster has drastically better graphics if you compare those to the GameCube version. It has all new textures, it has reworked audio, and it has better controls, and it has 3 different control schemes. And an improved control scheme overall with the Nintendo controller, the specific one that I'm using for my Nintendo Switch, which is the Pro controller. It controls fantastically well. So, that to me, again, we have Metroid Prime Remastered, marketed as a remaster, costing €40. Why is The Last of Us Part 1 marketed as a remake and has an RRP of €70? When in reality, if you compare both, they are one and the same. I would well believe that the creators of the Metroid Prime Remaster have put in just as much, or is not even more work than has been put in to The Last of Us Part 1. And given the timescale of release, 2002 versus bloody 2014, there's just so many issues I throw with The Last of Us Part 1 in its release now, and it's even more apparent considering that Metroid Prime Remaster only costs you €40. So that's really what I wanted to get off my chest today, and I'm really interested to hear what people think of this. And I'm so glad the remaster came out, not just because I'm a Metroid fan, but it also kind of backs up the point I was trying to make originally about The Last of Us Part 1 versus The Last of Us Remaster. And anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to get off my chest today. Please share some comments down below. I know this is going to probably, I'm going to get divided response, but that's okay. We're all adults here. Let's have an adult discussion about it. Nobody has to get angry in the comments. Just share your thoughts and let me know what you think. And if you enjoy what I'm doing here, guys, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.